Wow, where do I begin? Full time from Wembley Stadium in the Championship playoff final. It has finished Coventry City 1, Luton Town 1 after 120 minutes, and Luton Town, against all the odds, have somehow done it. They are in the Premier League. Oh my Christ almighty. Right, you know what? Before I start this video, I want to give my condolences to the Coventry player that missed a penalty. Huge amount of pressure. You know what? I feel so sorry for Coventry. I really do, but I'll get more onto that in a minute. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. If there's Luton fans watching this video, please make sure you absolutely smash the like button, please, and subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you're new, and get notifications on, because we're nearly 30 subscribers from 600 subscribers. If you could get me there, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and get your notifications on so you don't miss any football content. All right, I need to calm down. Yeah, my thoughts of the game. What a game of football it was. What a game. You know what? In the first half, Luton absolutely annihilated Coventry. Luton, they were just everywhere, from defence to attack. And simply, they were good. And of course, as well, Tom Lockyer, right? Let's pray that he's okay. Because obviously he collapsed, didn't he, during the game. But I didn't see it during live coverage, but I've seen it on social media. I'm like, oh my god. But hopefully he's okay. But he's doing okay now, because reports have been saying that he's talking, he's conscious and all that lot. But it's scary. And by the way, what shame to end his Luton career. Because I think he's been absolutely fantastic for Luton. He really has. But yeah. And the second half, it was Coventry battered Luton. Coventry battered Luton. Gustavo Hammer, what a blow it was to lose him due to injury. And plus, well, he scored the equaliser for Coventry. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and plus as well, Victor Gyökeres as well. What a player he's been for Coventry this season. Probably my favourite player to watch in the championship this year. Obviously the game went to extra time, and obviously penalties. Well, no. Before penalties even happened, Luton actually thought they would win it. Before penalties. Obviously, I forgot his name now. Is it Jack Taylor? I think it was Jack Taylor or something like that. Luton fans, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Jack Taylor obviously scored, and but the goal got immediately ruled out afterwards, after like a 5-10 seconds after the goal actually was scored. Because he handled the ball during the goal, and yeah, you know what? Fair decision. I don't even think VAR was even used. For the whole game. I didn't see anything related to VAR, but yeah, and obviously penalties. Obviously Luton scored all 6 of theirs, but Coventry obviously Coventry missed their 6th penalty in sudden death, and Luton Town, in the space of 9 years, have went from the National League, or the Conference as it was called back in 2014, all the way to the Premier League. And Luton Town, back in 2014, they were playing teams like Kidderminster Harriers, Braintree Town, Barnet, Hereford United, Hyde United. Luton Town, they'll now be playing the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, and all them lot in the Premier League next season. And you know what? Yeah, and of course, Belly Appendicitis. Poenzu, I think I knew his name, but I've said it wrong. He's completed English football because he has got promoted in all five divisions of English football, right? Luke got promoted from the National League, got promoted from League 2, then to League 1, then League 1, then the Championship up to the Premier League. Yeah, fair play. And Kenilworth Road, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, probably one of my favourite grounds in English football. Even though people don't like it, I do, because I just think it's too iconic. It really is. Luton, I'm just speechless. Luton Town, I'm saying from my lips. Luton Town are in the Premier League. Yeah, Luton Town, they're in the Prem. They are in the Prem. Oh my god. But you know what as well? Luton, I think the promotion was coming. Well, I didn't thought it was coming because, Luton, they were up there anyway, contending, because obviously around this time last year, they lost in heartbreaking fashion to Huddersfield. In last year's playoff semi-final. But obviously Luton trailed Sunderland actually from the first game, and obviously I think last Wednesday night, I think it was, I'm not sure, but yeah. Not last Wednesday, I think it was the Wednesday before, but I don't know when it was. Obviously beat Sunderland, and obviously Coventry beat Middlesbrough, beat Borough, and you know what, fair play to Luton, but Coventry, by the way, I feel so sorry for them because obviously that Pado or something, whatever his name was, obviously missed a penalty, so. And by the way, if people send any racial messages to him, then you're not a proper football fan, because it's absolutely disgusting if you do that, because why would you do that to someone that young, right, for missing a penalty? Oh, by the way, here's Sean Dyche lover on video there.
Hey.
Yeah, by the way, my mum secretly loves Sean Dyche, and she hopes Everton stay up tomorrow. By the way, ignore Everton, because speaking of Everton, they're playing tomorrow actually. Big game for them as well, because they could still be in the Championship next year, Everton. But technically, if one of Leicester or Leeds' results don't go their way, I feel like, obviously Coventry, they've had a fantastic year. And if I was to give all the clubs, right, in the Championship from season, top 12, I think it's up to Preston, I think. Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton, they've all had tremendous seasons. Burnley, just magnificent season. Extraordinary season. Probably the best team in the league. Sheffield United and Luton, fair enough. Fair play. But Middlesbrough and Coventry deserve so much credit. They really do. And Middlesbrough fans, don't worry, I think you'll be back next year. I think Coventry as well, they'll be back. Next year. Yeah, as I was saying, Coventry, Middlesbrough, I think you'll be back next season, but maybe it'll take time for Coventry probably to develop, to get back into the form that they were in last year. Last year? What about this year? This season. Sunderland, they deserve credit as well. Millwall, bottling it right at the end, man. Wow. Blackburn, just don't talk about them. West Brom, started really poorly, but yeah, but West Brom on the Carls Cup run, fair enough. Got at least a top half finish. Who else have we had? Obviously, I forgot who it was now. I think it was Swansea. I think Swansea were in the top 10. I'm not sure, but Preston anyway. Preston, you know, they weren't going to get playoffs, but to be fair, fair play at least to Preston for being around there right at the end. Penultimate game of the season. But yeah, but the main headline is Luton Town, they're in the Premier League. And before we go, I've got a fact to tell you actually. During the 2008-2009 League 2 season actually, yes, League 2. You're thinking, what about League 2 for? Well, obviously Bournemouth are in the Premier League and Luton have just been promoted to the Premier League. And in fact, them both, Bournemouth and Luton, started that year with point deductions. Bournemouth, right? They obviously got 10 points deducted during the last League 1 campaign from entering administration, and they still took the relegation battle to the final day. At the end, Bournemouth still got relegated due to... but still Crew lost, but thanks to Bournemouth drawing, that eventually relegated them. But mainly Cheltenham's win at Doncaster Road against Doncaster that eventually got promoted from the Championship 15 years ago this week actually. Yeah, obviously Doncaster's promotion was 15 years ago actually, this week actually. So, yeah, obviously after that, Bournemouth, there were doubts. There were really doubts about them if they were to start that year. But at the end, they eventually still kept their place in the Football League, but they had to start with a 17-point penalty. Well, that wasn't bad enough. But look at Luton's financial troubles. Luton from 2007 suffered back-to-back relegations from the Championship and from League 1 and League 2. They had to start with a minus 30 points. 30 points. 30-point deduction they had to start on Luton. And as well, right, they still won the Johnson's Paint Trophy that year, and they got relegated, and they couldn't defend it because they were relegated. And in fact, Chester City aren't a club anymore, but Chester FC... Well, obviously Chester is weird. No, it's weird, right? But obviously Chester City, as Chester were called at the time, got relegated from League 2 that year as well, due to Bournemouth doing the Great Escape, actually, under Eddie Howe. So, obviously, Bournemouth... By the way, Chester have not been in the Football League since 2009, since that year. Even when the new Chester were formed. But Chester can't still get promoted out of the National League North, funny enough. But yeah, obviously... And in fact, as well, at that time, Luton Town were actually playing Rushden and Diamonds. Actually. So, and Tamworth, I think. But they were playing Tamworth. I think Tamworth were in the conference around that time, I'm not sure. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Please make sure you smash a like, subscribe, get your notifications on. If there's any Luton fans watching this video, please drop it in the comment section. How are you feeling after that? And yeah, Luton, congrats. See you in the Premier League next year. And thank you for watching this video. And Coventry City, I hope you get promoted next season. And love, peace, and tackers.